Hello. I'm here with Sophia Magdalena, who is she's a transformation worker, another healer who we're going to be having at East Bridgford Hill, and I'm I'm so excited to be talking to you, Sophia, because the experience that I had with you 4 years ago, I think it was around about 4 years ago, was was I run out of words. It was mind blowing for me, and it's put me on a trajectory um, to where I am now in life. So I'm just going to hand it over to you and ask you what it is that you do and what it is that you're going to be bringing to East Bridgford Hill as a healer and transformation worker.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much for that introduction. Yes, and that is my background, is in working very deeply and consciously with people, in connecting to energies and beliefs that are attached to beliefs in their bodies that have become stuck. So these then manifest themselves in lifetime patterns that keep us separate from who we truly are. So my calling is to really work with the modalities that have been my own journey, my own healing over years of work on myself with these practices in an ashram in Bali called the Way of Mastery, which is a worldwide teaching modality of spirituality that has grown out of Course in Miracles and is a very heart-centered place to be. So it was when I connected with the teacher there, J.M., that I felt this resonance in my body as he spoke the words that were channeled from Yeshua, from Christ. There's a Christ consciousness path. And this presence that I felt of being in the presence of Christ consciousness and resonating with this vibration of love just opened up my whole body and heart, emotionally and physically and spiritually, to that desire and longing to just heal and awaken and really connect at a deeper level. Mm-hmm. So this is what I offer now in my workshops as Love's Breath workshops, where it's a breath work practice of rebirthing, where we connect to our these fears and emotions in our body through the breath, through being conscious, through being very present with what is and what's arising within us. Because this is like unveiling the layers that have been veiled over and covered over for years, all through your life, from your very early childhood experiences and from past lives. So we carry a lot with us, and it's this that I'm there to support you in transforming, bringing awareness through the breath, through consciousness, through presence, to what is really, truly, absolute true in you, and being able to see that connection and to see that shift happening in you brings me so much joy and so much pleasure and so much bliss, that I know that I am here on this pathway to support people in connecting truly with themselves and their purpose, and for their bodies, their heart, their emotions, love as an unconditional love, and their spirit, and bring that into the world with them. So at East Bridgford, I've known Emma for some time, and we met there, and we met through, in fact, I gave her a session at a workshop, and this has made, this has brought her to this place where she now feels, and I so supporting, feel so honored to be part of this team, that we must bring healers together so that we can reach out to ways of, we've experimented in ways of bringing people to meet me, and the one-day workshop or the weekend retreats that I've held there. I mean, they're wonderful, but it's until people have actually experienced what it is that we do, what it is that I offer, it's a very deep personal experience. So until they've actually experienced it from themselves, they don't really know. And even though, I encourage people to take that leap of faith into the unknown.
Yeah.
I mean, it means so much more, I feel, and I feel Emma's so right in this, in offering these days, healing days, where people can experience us, even if briefly, to know that this is the modality, this is the practice, that the healing that supports them in connecting with their true self, and in growing in a life that is full of joy instead of full of fear, full of love and no fear. So it's a pleasure to be here and to be part of this core team, where I can bring my love's breath, where I can offer workshops for women, retreats for women. I'm also now beginning to offer the same deep connection that I offer in this workshop space to men, so that they can connect more consciously to how they feel about their sexuality, their bodies, their emotions, so that they can work likewise with this deeper connection of releasing and letting go of these fears and beliefs that have been held for so long as conditions in their minds. And this applies to both men and women equally. So workshops, men, women together. For me, it's an unfolding consciousness of consciousness, an expansion of consciousness, and it's happening within us, and it's happening globally. It's happening at a much higher level of consciousness, and we are part of this awakening journey that is way bigger than ourselves. But our drops of water into the ocean, we become so connected and whole and one with this whole conscious awakening that's happening in the world now. So yes, Love's Breath, and of course the one-on-one sessions, which are usually 2 hours long, and this is when I can really give you the full attention and really work with your energies to clear, to heal, to transform, to really rebirth into the true, wonderful, loving being that you are. And as I sit here looking at Steve, I can just see his face just glowing. It's just so beautiful to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just to add a little bit to this before we go. My experience of the one-on-one work with you, Sophia, if you remember all those years ago when we first met, I was completely, you see, I'm running out of words a little bit, because what you were just saying there impacted me so much. But the experience that I had was a real awakening for me. And I am going to go in a bit more detail in another video about it. Suffice to say that it's why I'm here now. It's why I'm on. It's sort of the beginning of an awakening, of a journey in transformation work, for myself. And the experience was beyond words. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful, and I am forever grateful for meeting you and being there for that, to experience that, to actually feel consciousness, and feel like my awareness was bigger than my head, bigger than the room, and then expanding out even further. It was just beautiful, and you are beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to working with you at East Bridgford Hill and beyond.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. I just want to say one thing. I'll never forget that moment at which you suddenly got it. That moment where, oh my God, we look back and we see ourselves so clearly for who we thought we were. And we could see, it's like all the flashes and images of our whole painful life experiences, just looking at them. And I remember that moment when you got it and you just burst out laughing and you just couldn't stop laughing. And it was like hilarious to you that you could ever have thought that you could have been that person, you know, and it was just like the laughter was so wonderful. It was such a kind of final, you know, kind of relief and letting go and acceptance, you know, of yourself and being able to see it so clearly in that moment. So that's, of course, that moment in which we shift.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. We're going to stop there. I'm running out of words.
Thank you so much, Steve, for this time with you.
Oh,
and I look forward to being there on the 12th. It's my first day at East Bridgford, 12th of July. And I will be holding a Love's Breath workshop then and offering sessions, one-on-one sessions. So I look forward to meeting you all there. Goodbye for now, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Yeah.